Hey everybody, welcome to the Shire. Beautiful day in Ohio today. It's cold, but we've had a pretty snowy week. Today it's about 40. The sun's peeking out every now and then from around the clouds, but it's really a lovely day. It's a great day to be here. It's a great day to be outside, enjoying the thing. I got Buddy Bo's laying on the stoop right there. Betts is in working on a couple of things in the tiny house. We're gonna have a video of that here in a couple weeks. Kind of give you a tour of that. But anyways, today we are making smash burgers. Everybody thinks they know smash burgers, and because they're so simple, I mean, it was a concept, that really kind of a cool idea to have smash burgers, how you make them. But we're gonna talk a little bit through, and I'm gonna show you how I make smash burgers, and maybe you would like to try that as well. So today we're starting off, we're on the Blackstone. This is really a nice tool. I got this for Christmas a couple of years ago from my mom, and it's a flat top. Unlike a charcoal grill or a gas grill where you have a grate, this is a flat top. So it's that surface that reminds you of the diners that you went into as a kid, or maybe still go into, and it has this amazing cast iron surface that you're treating just like a cast iron pan, with a couple of exceptions. So this really is a lovely tool to use, and that's how we're going to make our smash burgers. Before we get started, I want to quote one of my favorite chefs of all time, Anthony Bourdain. He left us way too soon, but he had a theory about burgers, cheeseburgers particularly. Don't F them up. So now, what he meant by that was, you can go to all these places where they have these really wild things. You can get all sorts of stuff on these cheeseburgers, you know, all this crazy things that, you know, anything you can imagine. It's all delicious. I mean, it can be really good. It can be really delicious. But the reality of it is, a cheeseburger is meant to be enjoyed in its most simple form. So today, we're going to do a cheeseburger with grilled onions. How do you get any more simple than that? With that, today we're going to have some tater tots in the air fryer. I'll show you right here. You see them right there? They look beautiful. So we're going to take the air fryer container, give it a little spray of some vegetable oil, just to kind of help the process. We're going to put those on and just let them go. Okay, so we just put those on in the air fryer. There's not a lot of science to that. We'll salt them, pepper them a little bit later on, but they're on at 400 for 15 minutes, and we'll see how that goes. Now, to get our grill ready, it's pretty simple. You take care of this a lot of the ways you take care of cast iron. Another video for another day, right? But you take this and you really just kind of take care of it the same way. It's a good idea to keep it clean. So what we're going to do, before we've cleaned this has been cleaned, it's been put away the appropriate way. We're going to take a little bit of our vegetable oil, we're going to spray on there, and we're going to wipe it down. And the reason we do that is it not only prepares our surface, but it gives us a little bit of a head start on the non-stick surface. You can see, as much as we've cleaned that, look at that, you still get that off. That's still the way it works. So then we take our official smash burger press, which you don't need, but I was lucky enough to get this as a gift, and it's kind of fun. Give that a little spray as well, and you know, do a little job right there, kind of work it, and now everything's clean and ready to go. Now, for our smash burgers today, we're going to do some grilled onions. We're going to use some Colby Jack slices, some salt and pepper, and then 4 beautiful 4-ounce meatballs that will become our smash burgers. Now, this is 85/15 ground beef from a store here in Ohio called Bueller's. Great meat, great store, a lot of good products. And then for buns, we are using Hawaiian roll buns. How cool is that? We'll toast those up a little bit too. So let's get started. So first thing we do is we're going to give us another little spray here. To throw the onions on. Get those start to grill up. They'll go fast for us. Great smell. Don't you love the smell of onions? To tell you the truth, I love a little pepper on my onions too, so we're going to start off with that. I'm a big believer you can't use too much pepper on a lot of things. Onions is one of them. But you can see they're already browning up nicely for us. One of the secrets to effectively using a Blackstone is water. Let me show you why. As you start to get the things cooking, you really like having that steam generation comes from that. Now, I have a little cap that goes on. I'll show you how that works too. Hang on one second. So when you're preparing things and you want to like expedite the process a little bit, but infuse the food with that good flavor without drying it out, a little bit of water. Cap on there, just let it sit. It's going to steam itself, it's going to soften those onions. They'll get done in about a third of the time. So we're going to slide this off to the side, continue to do our onions. We're going to give ourselves a little spray here. We're going to put our smash burgers on. Pretty simple. Nice little spray of vegetable oil, one at a time. Don't get ahead of yourself. Set it there. Hot. Press it, and there we go. Number 2. I probably should know this. The guy who came up with the smash burger idea had a very simple philosophy there. You're taking good quality ground beef with enough fat in it that you get that good sizzle on a flat top. You're gonna smash it down. You're gonna make those. It's not a perfect patty. It's not perfectly round. You're gonna want to smash that down, and then you want it on a hot flat top. And what it's going to do then is it's going to cook the meat through very quickly, and it's going to put a beautiful crust on. And that's what we're after here, that really, really nice crust. And that's what makes a smash burger. Keep it simple. Today we're just using onions, cheese, the burger, some beautiful buns, and we have some zhuzh to put on it, because we put that stuff on everything, and some ketchup and mustard. So keep following along. We'll be doing this, and we'll be right back. Okay, we're back. So you can see right here, our onions are beautifully caramelized. There's a little bit of scorch on them. I love that. A little bit of that, and we're getting ready to do our first flip on our burgers. So as we're getting ready for that, we got our cheese there. We're going to get our buns too, because we want to toast those up a little bit. We got about 7 minutes left to go on our tater tots, so we're getting close. I would say, as far as buns go, whatever trips your trigger, whatever's your favorite type of bun to use, whatever's on sale. But my personal opinion is the key to that is effectively toasting it. and means grilling it up. So we're going to take 2 right now. We're going to put them on the coolest part of the flat top, and we're going to let those start to toast up. Kind of looks like we're in a diner right now, doesn't it? But out in the middle of the woods. So that's all cool. So we got our onions, we got our buns. Slide those over. We're going to turn this side of the grill down to its minimum. We're going to flip our burgers. Let's see what we got. Oh my God. Okay, all right. That is the crust you're looking for. That's a smash burger. Turn that fire down just a bit. Now, to ensure that these burgers are done all the way through, we're going to utilize our cover technique with a little bit of water. That will retain some of the heat and it will allow our burgers to cook all the way through. Smash burgers are really not a burger that you have medium, rare, which, you know, that's a personal preference. But a smash burger is meant to be done all the way through, kind of like Grandma used to do, where there was never such a thing as medium or medium rare. It was well done. So you get this cooked all the way through. This little hat we put on here will expedite that process. Now, we've only been on the fire for maybe, I don't know, a little more than a minute with those, but they're already starting to get where we want. Our onions are done. We're finishing up our burgers, and then we're going to put our cheese on, and we'll be ready to go. Let's take a look at our tots. Oh yeah, tots are coming real nice. We'll give them a little shake. I'm going to put a little salt and pepper on them. All right, back into the air fryer for about 5 more minutes. Maybe more like 4. So now, a little bit of salt and pepper on the burgers. I'm telling you, friends, this is outdoor cooking goodness right here. This is what we love doing down here. I love doing it because this is so much fun. It's kind of a project. You get to do it outside, and it's really just so good. And we love it when friends can join us and all that. This is only one of the things we do. We love doing flatbreads. I've got a pizza oven for that. So, you know, more and more throughout the videos, you're going to see us making more things. And our outdoor kitchen's going to get better too. Right now, I only have it halfway out because there's snow on the ground. But eventually, we're going to have a nice flat surface for our outdoor kitchen, and it's going to be quite spectacular. So as you can see, these are about ready to go. So what we want to do here, we don't want to change a thing right now, because we are right. We're going to turn the fire back up just for a minute. Look at our buns. Oh my goodness, yes. Our buns are looking great. Don't tell anybody I did this. Can't let any of that great flavor go to waste. Just scraping it off, it goes on the bun. So we're going to take our Colby Jack. We're going to put one beautiful piece on each one. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to take some of the onions. Oh, you know what? We're going to do this way. on the top. It's going to be beautiful, I tell you, gorgeous. Put that cap on. About 30 seconds, 45 seconds, we are going to have smashburger magic. So, grab a tray here. Gonna get one more bun. Betsy doesn't really like the buns toasted. Not that one. Gonna get one more bun here. Betsy would rather have it not toasted. She likes it softer. So we'll put that off to the side. But here we go. Ready? Oh my goodness. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Oh. Can you see that goodness there? Is that spectacular or what? Huh. Betsy, me, Bodie? Maybe that's why we have three. We'll see. And a beautiful spare. Now, what do you think? Are those beautiful or what? So we're going to hand these into Bets, and we'll finish up our tots. I'll show you cleaning up real quick. Don't go away. Okay, back. Super quick cleanup. So when you have your thing and you're all done, it's going to be a little messy. Throw some water on. If you do this while the grill is still hot, it's super easy to clean up. Same idea as deglazing a pan. Oh, our tots are done. All right, we're going to turn that off. Let that cool. Let's take a look at our tots. Yep, that's the real deal. Why don't you come on inside? We'll plate these up and see what we do. Come on in. Hey everybody, welcome back to part 2 of our Shire video today. A little bit unusual for our Shire Shenanigans videos, but I wanted to post this because I think it's kind of important, and it was certainly a surprise to me, so maybe to other people that are attempting this type of a situation with an off-grid type of fun property, or maybe a mini farm of some sort, that this might apply. And we're going to talk about insurance today. Oh, well, sorry. I know. Not exactly the most fun topic to talk about, but I think it's very important. So I'm going to start you off with a quick story. So we, as you know from previous videos, we've owned this property for 23 years and enjoyed the heck out of it, and done many things to develop it from where we started just in the last few years. But in the course of that, you know, there was always a little bit of a concern about how exactly is our family protected down here with regards to insurance. You know, what do we have? So we've been a 35+ year customer of a very large insurance company that I won't mention. It rhymes with plate charm. But anyways, we've been a customer for a long time, and we are always told that our property down here fell under our homeowners policy, that we were always okay. And we took that kind of to the bank, and we were kind of fine with that. But over the course of a lot of time, I got my buddy Bo right here, if you can see him. Over the course of time, we as we started to develop and make the property more enjoyable for our family, and spending some assets and some money, and now seeing a property that does have some significant asset value, I went to the insurance agent, and I wanted to do kind of a deep dive into it, and I asked him, tell me about my coverage here. Am I out of whack? Because now that we live in a condo, our property down here has a higher asset value than our condo. So, I mean, it seems to me that's strange that my homeowners would cover everything down there. And as a result, he did kind of hello, Betzer.
Hello.
He did kind of a deep dive on his own, and he came back with some terrifying news. We are not covered, and we probably never were. So that concerned me, and I did a little bit more research, and it set me on a quest to go out and find an underwriter that would write a policy to cover this property. And even more concerning, when we found out we were not covered under our homeowners policy, it turns out our $1 million liability personal umbrella wasn't effective. And I was like, that seems crazy, but it was true. So in doing a deep dive, we learned a couple things about off-grid properties. They're very, very hard to insure. And the reason they're hard to insure is because they don't really specify an intended use. It's not your residence. It's not your business. It's not a farm. What is it? And that's really where it becomes a problem. So this started for us and kind of went to a grander level, if you will, when we renovated the cabin here. And well, how do we cover that? Well, here was our problem. We were not covered because we've created a space that you can have, live in. It's a cabin, and it doesn't have a foundation, and it's heated by a wood stove. Wow, that sounds like an off-grid cabin to me, right? It does. Not coverable. This company would not cover it under any circumstances. And I found that a little bit troubling. But as I went into it a little bit more, I found out that they wouldn't cover the barn either. Because the barn, I built a tiny house in. And we're going to do a tour of that next week probably. Or it'll be in the next couple of episodes. So the little house in there, again, because we created a place that you could live in, was no longer covered. The whole barn structure wasn't covered because it didn't meet the criteria to be a barn dominium. It didn't meet the criteria to be a house. It was a barn, but you could live in it, and as a result, no coverage. So that was troubling. So the purpose of doing this little PSA, if you will, is to say, be very careful and do your research. I'm not going to be able to necessarily give you an idea specifically what to do, but we went to an underwriter, to an independent agent and an underwriter that specializes in unique properties. With that being said, the unique property concept, we were able to figure out how to underwrite the barn. We were able to underwrite the barn for full replacement value, even though we have a place in there that is inhabitable. And so we were able to come up with appropriate measures to do that. We were also able, because of that, to extend another personal liability problem that will underlie the bigger personal liability policy that we have and we've had for 30 years. So we were able to fix that. But it was not without issue. The cabin, no coverage. The reason we have no coverage on that is wood stove. So in the summer, when we run electricity to the cabin, we are going to put in an electric heat source, and then the wood stove will be secondary. Now, if any of you have a cabin and you've lived in areas where it gets cold, you know that the wood stove is the primary heat source. But according to insurance rules and regulations, it's the secondary source. The primary source is the electric heat. We have no running water. We don't really know how that's going to pan out, but that's a factor as well. So all I guess I'm saying to you with this is, please do your research so that you're not caught unaware, so you're not caught surprised. If something would have happened, if somebody would have been hurt down here catastrophically, I mean, it happened to me, but it was me, the homeowner, or the property owner. But if you were involved in a catastrophic injury, we didn't have a way to really cover you. Now we do. And I'm very, very thankful that we are in that situation. So, in wrapping this up, if you decide you want to have this fun vacation, this fun off-grid property that you just go down to have a good time, share really wonderful memories with family, friends, do your research. Spend some time. Specifically ask the questions about what's my coverage, and specifically and drill down till you're satisfied with the answers that you get. You're probably going to have to go to a situation like we did, a unique property underwriter that's underwriting this for us, and we're going to revisit the cabin in the spring when we have the electricity. Also, protect yourself, protect your family, protect your friends in the case of an unlikely event, but rest assured and sleep better knowing that you're appropriately covered. So, yeah, not the most exciting topic, but nevertheless an important one. We're covered now, thankfully, and we're very happy with the service we're getting. Hopefully we never have a policy. Wouldn't that be great? Or never have a claim. We have a policy. Hopefully we never have a claim. That would be great. But with that being said, we're going to wrap this up, and we're going to tell you, keep your days filled with shenanigans. Probably only going to do this one video this week. Next week, I'm going to do another one. Get to go out and see some friends in Breckenridge, Colorado this weekend, coming weekend, so that'll be a ton of fun. And maybe I'll take a little bit of video of that. But anyways, please count your blessings. Tell your relatives and friends and family that you love them. Keep your day filled with shenanigans, and we will see you the next time. Have a great day. Bye.